So I've made chicken from grapefruit. I've made it from tofu and seitan. And last week I made the best vegan fried chicken that I've ever had in my life. I made a jackfruit, Nashville hot chicken. So using jackfruit as chicken wasn't my original idea. That idea came from a post that I saw over on Reddit by Zachary Bird. Zachary made a Kentucky Fried Chicken copy. He used cauliflower as the bone, and recently I saw that Julien did a copy of it as well. Today we're gonna make a chicken wing and a chicken drumstick. Now I'm gonna take it just a step farther. We're not gonna bread it like you would with a fried chicken. It's gonna have a skin and it's not gonna have that big cauliflower bone. I have my own idea for the bone, so let's get started and make some hot wings out of jackfruit. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be so good. So just like with the Nashville hot jackfruit, we have to drain and wash our cans of jackfruit. I'm gonna be using 2 cans of jackfruit to make these wings and drumsticks. Okay, so our jackfruit pieces are washed and drained. Just like in the last video, we're gonna squeeze out the seeds and cut off the center hard pieces. We're not gonna use these center pieces and just try to squeeze out as much of the seeds as possible. This is a different brand that I got. I got this brand from Whole Foods and there seems to be quite a bit more seeds in this one. Now we're gonna do 1.5 cups of a broth. We're gonna use not chicken broth. It is a chicken flavored, not chicken bouillon. You can also just use a veggie broth. That will work too, like a veggie stock. And all I'm doing is just warming up this water just to dissolve this bouillon here, this bouillon cube. Now to really amp up the chicken flavor, again, this is stepping away from Zachary's method. We're gonna use some Bell's seasoning. This is poultry seasoning, doesn't contain poultry. Some nutritional yeast and a few drops of liquid smoke to really step this up. Mix all of these flavors up, make sure they're nice and mixed together. So at this point, all we're gonna do is put it on about a medium heat. We're gonna drop in our jackfruit chicken that looks insane. So all we're gonna do is just kind of bring this up to a simmer, like I said, on about a medium heat, and we're gonna stir this around for about 10 minutes. And at this point, you might see some more seeds. If you do, make sure you pop them out and you remove them. Okay, so we've been stirring and simmering this jackfruit for about 10 minutes. All we're gonna do now is put it on a low heat, cover it up, and let it sit for another 10 minutes. We're gonna try to dissolve up all of this liquid into the jackfruit. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes actually. Most of the water seems like it's simmered out, and for right now, I'm gonna kill the heat. Now, to make these wings really chewy and really have a good bite to them, it needs to have a good pull to it. To accomplish that, we're gonna use mung bean starch, just like we did the first time, and we're gonna add some silken tofu. So we're gonna do just a heavy kind of tablespoon of it. I just want enough, maybe a little bit more, of the tofu to kind of get between all of the pieces. We're gonna use the mung bean starch again, but this time we're gonna use quite a bit more. We're gonna use probably about 2 tablespoons of mung bean starch. Now there's already a decent amount of liquid in here, so we're not gonna add much, and we don't wanna add a whole lot of liquid to the recipe. So we're just gonna do maybe a teaspoon of water. This is gonna make kind of like a paste when heated. Now, I'm not gonna add this whole mixture. I just made this amount because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this in and make sure that it's mixed between all of the pieces. So just gonna do about a tablespoon of this mixture at a time. Gonna kick the heat onto a low heat, and then we're just gonna kind of mix this, and you can see right off the bat how much this is really starting to come together. Okay, so I think that's good. We don't need to put too much heat to it. It's soaked up a lot of the liquid. So what I'm gonna do for now is we're just gonna cover this up, turn off the heat, we're gonna put it out of the way, and we're gonna get ready to make our chicken wings and drumsticks. So recently in these drumstick recipes, a lot of people are using cauliflower as the bone. The problem is the hot wings are usually a little bit smaller, and a cauliflower bone is pretty big. So what I ended up buying was sugarcane swizzle sticks. I got this idea because this is what was used as the bone in the vegan drumsticks that I bought from the Asian market. I picked these up at Whole Foods. You could find them just about anywhere. I'll put them in my Amazon store, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them into bone-sized pieces. And there we go, that is our chicken wing bone. And this is more of the appropriate size, in my opinion, to a real wing. So just like with the Nashville hot chicken, we're gonna use the plastic wrap to help kind of mold these together. So we're just gonna grab the amount of chicken that we want, or jackfruit. For this first one, I'm gonna make a drumstick. I'm gonna put it about halfway and then fold it over and kind of tightly squeeze this into a wing. But there we go, that is our first one here. That's probably a good size wing, I'm thinking. And we'll set this to the side and repeat. We're just gonna keep making them until we're done. Okay, so we made 8 drumsticks and wings. These are going to be perfect. We're gonna throw these in the freezer for about 2 hours. That's gonna firm them up and let them move on to our next step, which I'm telling you right now is gonna blow your mind. Now, I wanna make my wings just like a traditional wing would be. I don't wanna flour them, I don't wanna bread them. Now, if you remember, I made a skin when we used the soy milk. I made a tofu skin when I was making the soy skin bacon. Try to find the soy milk that has the least amount of ingredients. You just essentially want it to be soybeans and water. So I'm gonna fill my nonstick saucepan a decent amount of the way up, and we're gonna put on about a medium heat. Now we're gonna be controlling the heat up and down. This does take a little bit of practice to get this skin. If you wanna make those wings, you could bread them and fry them right now. They're gonna be fine breaded and fried, but I really wanna add a skin to mine. But this is gonna take a little bit. Just have some patience. You'll start to see a skin develop on the top. Once you get that skin, let it go for a little bit longer. The longer you let that skin sit, the thicker it's gonna get. You'll probably mess up the first few tries. That's okay. It's not gonna take that much soy milk. I'm gonna go get the wings out of the freezer and see if we can skin one of them. So to grab the skin, I'm just gonna spray a little bit of a nonstick spray onto my spatula. We're gonna use the silicone spatula and just see if we can pick this up in one piece, which we did. That looks perfect. Then all we're gonna do is try to wrap this wing in the skin, the soy skin, and make sure it's completely coated all the way down to the bone. Oh, that looks perfect. I think that works perfect. Essentially what this is gonna do is kind of put like a really thin tofu layer onto the outside of the jackfruit wing. So this stuff is pretty sticky, so make sure you wipe down your utensils after every skin that you pull off. So let's just coat these all up and then we'll move on to the next step. I can't. Oh, I can't wait for this. I'm so excited. These things look amazing. So this is gonna work really great in an air fryer. I think that's gonna be your best option to make these wings. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, throw them in the oven, set the oven for 350. I would put it in the middle rack and let it go for 15, 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna let these go for 375 for about 10 minutes, see what happens. We're just gonna pay attention and see how they go. So we're gonna use some Earth Balance butter, about 2 tablespoons, and Frank's Red Hot. We're gonna use about a half of a cup of the Frank's Red Hot in this. Now, if you're gonna be doing these vegan or you're doing them plant-based, make sure you get Red Hot, just the regular Red Hot, and don't buy the Red Hot wing sauce. If you buy the wing sauce, that's not vegan. Just because I like the flavor, I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of Tabasco. So we're gonna turn the heat off on this. This is simmered up for a few minutes. Set this over to the side. Okay, these guys are done. These guys are done. They look phenomenal. Phenomenal. Hot, 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 hot. I'm gonna drop them into this bowl here. This skin feels nice and crispy. Whew. Okay, so at this point, all we're gonna do is just drop our wing sauce right on top of these guys. And all we're doing is just kind of tossing the coat. That's it, just tossing the coat. Make sure they are completely coated in this wing sauce. Oh. These look unbelievable. Unbelievable, look at this. If I didn't tell you what this was, there's no way that you wouldn't think that I was giving you a chicken wing. The air fryer left a little mark on there, which is just awesome. So let's dive into the jackfruit air fried chicken wing with a skin. This is gonna be so good. Unbelievable. Just look, it's chicken. We have made a chicken wing with a crispy skin on the outside. You just cannot. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. That is unbelievable how there's a skin, there's the chicken part. I mean, just it's incredible how this comes together. Just absolutely incredible. I love this so much. Incredible. I think the sugar cane works perfect as a bone, holds on perfectly. Everything is great about this. Now, if you haven't seen the Nashville hot fried chicken, make sure you check out that video. I'm so happy. That tofu skin fried actually has kind of a chicken skin kind of taste. It's a little creepy, honestly. Well, I hope you guys like that one. The names that you see scrolling over here on the side are the members of the Sauce Squad. You can join the Sauce Squad over at patreon.com/SauceStache. It's only a few bucks a month to get your name on the list. And if you haven't yet, make sure you click the subscribe button and click this right here. This is gonna be my Nashville hot chicken recipe. I'm gonna add some last dab to this next one and get going.
Are you guys ready?